All right, lesson 6.4, common denominators and equivalent fractions. I'm going to show you two ways to do this. The first way we have not done yet. The second way, if you have not watched the stair method YouTube video, you should do that before watching this, because that's going to be one of the methods that I show you here, and I'll go through it on this video rather quickly. All right, finding a common denominator. Here we go. I have 6 and 21 as my denominators. Notice I'm not trying to add them together. I just want to find a common denominator between these two independent and separate fractions. So I'm going to take 6 and 21, and I am going to start listing their multiples, and I'm going to look for common multiples. So 6 times 1 is 6, and this is something I would normally do in my head, but for you, I'm going to do it out loud. 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18, 6 times 4 is 24, 6 times 5 is 30, 6 times 6 is 36. Okay, I could keep going, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and come down here. 21, woo, big number. 21 times 1 is 21. 21 times 2 is 42. Ooh, wow. Well, right away, I haven't come yet to a common number, to a common multiple. So I know I'm gonna have to go back up to this line. All right, 36 times, I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is 6 times 7? 42. If I had just gone one more, I would have had it. All right, 42. So I have found that as I go along here, 42 is the first multiple that I come to. It is my least common multiple, or my least common denominator, okay? So 42 would be a common denominator for these. And if I were going to try and make them into equivalent fractions, if I wanted an equivalent fraction with 42, as my denominator, I would go ahead and do this, put my 42 up here, and then I would multiply the top and the bottom by the same number. Now, how do I figure out what that number is? Well, here's how. I'm going to be saying to myself, 6 times what was 42? 6 times, it was 7. 6 times 7 was 42. So I'm going to multiply both the top and the bottom number by 7. So 7 over 42. This is an equivalent fraction to 1/6. 1/6 and 7 over 42 are equivalent. Let's do the same thing over here. 21 times what gave me 42? 21 times 1, 21 times 2, okay? So 2 will go on the bottom, 2 will also have to go on the top. Remember, whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. 7s and 2s. So what is 4 times 2? 8. So in this case, an equivalent fraction to 4 over 21, 8 over 42. All right, I told you I was going to show you two ways. This is the first way. Here is the other way that I really much prefer. Let's go ahead and erase all this extra right here. And we're going to do the stair method. All right, looking for that least common multiple, least common denominator. All right, so I'm going to take my denominators, my 6 and my 21, and I'm going to plug those into the stair method. What number would go into both 6 and to 21? Well, they're not both even, so it's not 2. I know that it's 3. Hopefully you know that too. So I'm going to put my 3 right here. 3 times what is 6? 3 times what? 3 times 2. Good for you. 3 times what is 21? 3 times what is 21? 7. All right. Now, remember this. If you watched my last video, you do know how to do this. I'm going to make an L with my outside numbers. There's my L. When I multiply them together, I will get my least common multiple. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 7 is 42. Okay, I don't know about you, but I much prefer this method. Now I know I can make my new equivalent fractions using 42. All right, go practice.